Hey guys, I've never posted online or done anything like this. I haven't made a video or anything like that in my life. I actually haven't taken a picture of myself in like 3 years and posted on social media, so I'm not really a social media person besides, using Twitter or something like that for the news. Um, so I kind of just wanted to um, talk about my story, about something that happened to me. Um, Kind of relates to that movie Dumb Money that just came out. It's about the crime, the world's, I guess, the United States' biggest financial crime in history. Um, the reason why I'm making this video is because I was actually one of the original apes in the movement, I guess. I know I wasn't one of the first at all, and if anything, I didn't know who Roaring Kitty was. I didn't know who he was when all this happened during the pandemic. I guess someone told me about stocks and investing and things like that. So I started, just like everybody else at my job and everybody else around. I started investing as well, and I was new. I was just a beginner. I honestly, and I invested in a few stocks while they were down during the bottom of the pandemic. I guess I got lucky. Um, End up hitting big on American Airlines, Spirit Airlines. They weren't like the biggest jumps, but I mean I made good money on them. Uh, Hit big on MicroStrategies, and I hit pretty big on MicroStrategies. So what happened is I had invested a fairly large amount of money. Um, initially it was just like $5,000, and then I invested more. Um, Ended up growing it, and I realized, hey, I'm making good money, so I started putting more in. And obviously, Robinhood gamified everything. That's the word they keep using. Um, and I went for it. I mean, I needed I needed to find a way to make a better life for my family. That my family was the biggest thing that I was thinking about, and I just went ahead and went for it. I started making a whole bunch of money on those stocks. So at some point with MicroStrategies, I was already up in a lot of profit before I invested in them, and I ended up multiplying my money by, I think, 3, 4 times after that. I mean, with MicroStrategies, I hit big on MicroStrategies, and so at this point, I'm thinking, hey, I'm well in profits, everything's good. Um, I was I wasn't so scared of investing anymore because now I'm sitting on profits. I was sitting on, you know, a large amount of profits. So I went ahead and I'm hearing about, GameStop. GameStop's gonna run. GameStop's gonna run. I didn't know much about it. I didn't know anything about the fact that they're being illegally, shorted out with fake shares in the billions, millions, billions. I don't even know at this point anymore. Between AMC and GameStop, there's billions, billions. Tokenized shares, everything. It's all super illegal. They're manipulating the prices, colluding with each other. The hedge funds, market makers, the brokerages are colluding with everybody. Um, the family offices that nobody wants to talk about. The elites, family offices, they call them family offices to make them sound innocent, but they're just exempt from every rule of manipulating the stock market. And I jumped in, and I believe I jumped in maybe a week, maybe 2 days before the stock ran in January 28th, 2021. And I jumped in thinking that, okay, well, hey, you know what? I'm sitting on profits. I might lose some money, but that's okay because I had already made so much profits. I was like, that's fine. I'll just jump in. I'll just see what happens. I didn't, and obviously being a beginner, investor, I didn't know much about like stop losses and stuff like that. I just jumped in. I'm not gonna lie. I was an idiot. I mean, I was new. Everybody learns. But the thing is, the one thing I could expect the price to fall a little bit. I could expect the price to, for me to lose some money, some of my profits. That was fine. Um, but I did not ever expect to become the victim of the one of the U.S.'s biggest financial crimes in history. I didn't expect any of that to happen, and so what happened? A week later or a couple days later, I wake up one morning. I was waking up like at 4 in the morning every day, excited to see the stock markets, excited to see what happened. And I wake up one morning and I'm seeing the stock run. I'm seeing my account value running. Man, I'm not even gonna lie. I was running into, $300,000 plus. You know, I was seeing it shoot straight up. It was amazing, and I was excited. I was so excited, and I was excited for my family. I was excited for what I could do with the money, because my biggest dream in life when I was little was, since I was 7 years old, was to give charity, to help people, to help less fortunate families, to help um, sick children, orphans, just to help as many people as possible in my life. And I was secretly giving money to people, secretly helping people. I'd send people money that I'd see online that were struggling. I'd talk to them for a second, and I'd ask them, hey, can I get your, Zelle, Snapchat, whatever, and I'd send them money. Not Snapchat, I'm sorry, their Cash App or something, and I would send them money, and I would just surprise them and just say, hey, here's some money to get back on your feet. I wasn't even rich. I was just, doing what I could, send them a couple $100 here and there, and so on. And, next thing I know, the buy button was just completely removed. It was just removed, and all I see is saying that this stock or security can only be sold. The buy button, it was no longer available. So they completely removed the buy button, took away all buying pressure, and just let the stock drop. Now, at the same time, Robinhood and all of the other hedge funds and market makers, Citadel Securities, were all colluding together. So they knew I was about to say halt. It was the buy button being illegally removed. It wasn't even a halt. They removed the buy button so that because they were colluding together, they were emailing each other, calling each other, texting each other, whatever. And it's been proven. And they lied under oath. Ken Griffin lied under oath. And the CEO of Robinhood, obviously. And they were colluding together, and they removed the buy button. But they knew, so they set their computers, their algorithms, to go ahead and dump the stock at the exact same time that there's no buying pressure. So I'm watching my account value. And here's the other thing. Obviously, I was a new investor. Robinhood knew what was coming, so they offered me margin. Now, I had used margin to make a bunch of money on the stock market with all my other stocks. And so I had done really well with it, so I was comfortable using it. Now, Robinhood knew that they were going to take away the buy button. They knew, and the market makers knew, that something was coming. So what they do? They offered a bunch of, we're talking about where I was at then, tens of thousands in margin. Now, I know I shouldn't have used it. I was new. But hey, I was thinking I could lose maybe, $5,000, $10,000, whatever. I'm not saying whatever. Obviously, it's a lot of money. 10 years ago, I had $0 to my name. I was completely broke. And the only reason why I've wanted to make so much money is so that I can give charity and help people, and potentially in the future start my own charity foundation. And that was my only dream. That was my biggest dream, is helping my family and starting this, charity foundation, or helping people, doing something like what Mr. Beast is doing. When I saw Mr. Beast do what he was doing growing up, I was like, wow, like this guy's living my dream. Like, he's literally helping people. Now, some of his stuff is pranks and jokes for entertainment, but he does a lot of good stuff too. He helps people. He helps people, in need, and helps, feed kids, and helps them with, their life-changing illnesses and stuff like that, um, and disabilities. And so he's amazing. He's amazing. He's literally living my dream, and I'm so jealous. I mean, I love the guy. And now, I used margin, and here's the thing. So they increased the amount of margin I could borrow because they knew they were going to remove the buy button. They knew obviously everybody that's in AMC, GameStop, and all these other ones, and so they offered more money. So you know what? I'm thinking, okay, well, the days before I'm doing so good, let me go ahead and take a risk, and if I lose some, I'll just sell my stock and I'll just, lose some of my profits. Oh, it's okay. No, my account value ran up to the hundreds of thousands. I mean, I was over here thinking that, hey, I might actually reach my dream of becoming a millionaire so that I can go and help as many people as possible. I'll be able to live the rest of my life helping as many people as possible, changing the world, doing something really good for the world, and just fulfilling like my lifelong dream. Since I was 7 years old, I promised myself I would go as far as I could in life and help as many people as I could in my entire life until the day I died. And I just had that entire dream stolen from me. Everything. As soon as they took the buy button away, that stock price plummeted. Went from I wouldn't say about like $350,000 down to, and you know what? I'm so ashamed. But there was nothing I could do. They wouldn't let me sell. They wouldn't let me sell at the top. They wouldn't let me do anything. The stock price plummeted so fast within minutes that I went from $350,000 and most of it profits down to $40,000. And even then, now that they've dropped the price even more and manipulated the price even more, have so many hundreds of millions or billions of failures to deliver, I don't even have that money anymore. I don't even have that anymore. Honestly, I've been struggling. My health has declined lately, especially the past 3 weeks. I was struggling a lot. I hardly told anybody. I was having issues with my heart health, my blood pressure. I mean, obviously I've gone through a lot of stress, and oh man, the day that this actually happened, that they removed the buy button, I thought about, what are my options here? I mean, I was thinking about everything. I was thinking about, I lost everything. I just destroyed my life and my dreams that I had for my family, to help people, to help my family. And at this point, I was thinking about every option. I mean, just giving it all up because I was so ashamed of what happened. And I mean, I'm not the first person that something like that's happened to, but I just knew that I didn't have many options, and how was I going to tell my family? I mean, I was just about to make an announcement to my family that I was going to, that I finally hit the point in my life where I could help as many people as possible, and I just lost it all, and I had it, and not only did I lose it all, but I had it stolen from me, with the help of the government, the U.S. government, and they didn't, even though they should have, or they were supposed to, they took this all the way to Congress with Maxine Waters and so many other congressmen and women. And what they were supposed to do is defend the U.S. citizens and all the foreign investors invested in our stock markets. And they didn't. They basically, Ken Griffin lied under oath, the CEO of Robinhood lied under oath, saying that they didn't collude with anybody, they didn't manipulate the stock prices, they didn't just work together to basically commit the biggest financial crime in history. But they did, and it was proven through, they had texts and emails to each other. And even after they lied under oath, nothing happened to them. And I'm honestly sure that my video that I'm making right now will most likely be censored or removed. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I was so excited about Twitter, or X, being bought out by Elon Musk, and I had supported him throughout, and I still do. I support Elon Musk, but the thing is, ever since he hired his new CEO, I got banned on Twitter, permanently banned on Twitter. Because I was gaining a lot of followers, and I was spreading a lot of truth about what's happening. All the banks, U.S. banks are involved in this. The major U.S. banks, JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, and we were exposing all the truth about everything that they've been doing, all the crimes they've been committing, they've been rigging the metal markets, all the stock markets, everything, stealing from the American people, stealing from foreign investors. It's all rigged. It's all rigged. And I was hoping to expose all that, and I just got permanently banned. I got permanently banned on TikTok, which I never even used TikTok, but I still got banned on it. And so now I felt like, hey, I need to make this video now. Dumb Money just came out, telling my story. I'm one of the original Apes, and I've been in this, and I'm still holding on a lot of it. But one thing that did happen is I'm running out of time. When the stock price was dropping, I mentioned that margin. Well, Robinhood ended up sending me messages within seconds saying that my margin account was low. It was my value was low, too low. And finally, at the end of it all, they force sold my stocks, a bunch of my stocks, and I lost so much money. That's why I say I lost money, is because I had that margin. So they plummeted my stock, colluding with Citadel Securities and all them, and they force sold my stock. So I ended up losing a bunch of money. I did lose money, and it was just forced. And so now they knew. So I'm like, where am I at? How can I sue? How can I, they knew. They gave me this margin and force sold my stocks, knowing that they were going to plummet the price by removing the buy button. They were colluding with all of them. So how can I sue? How can I get my money back? Anything. I mean, at this point, I just hate that they stole my dream. And, like I said, my health is declining now. I had to work less. I'm just struggling right now. And I'm really hoping that somebody out there can help me share this video. I'm about to go to work right now. Can help me share this video before I get deleted completely off the internet. Somebody out there, just help me spread this message. Help me spread this video, please. I'm not trying to get famous. I don't care about that. I just really need to help spread the word about what happened, and to see if we can get a lawsuit. We can do something. I know people hate hearing that, but if we could do something to help the victims of this financial crime, and to help change everything for everyone else, to protect everyone and make it fair once again. Thank you.